everybody, Double Britical Saiyans here. I'm Jonah.
And I'm Matt.
It's been a while.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. So, this was posted yesterday?
Yep.
Whatever time it was. When I woke up, I saw it. It said been up for 3 hours, so whatever time frame that was. But we're covering it today because we've finally been able to get together for it.
Yeah.
So, this will be the set 20 ban list. So, that's been one we've been waiting for because it's a new set, and every time there's a new set, they do a new ban list.
Yep.
So, they decided to... Oh, you've also noticed we might have done it a slightly different layout, but we're just trying this. See how things go. So, what they've done is they've banned 3 cards, limited 1, 2 erratas, and they've lifted 1 off the ban list. Which is interesting, because that hasn't happened since Goten.
Yeah. They don't really take anything off ban lists. They're just like, no, it's banned.
So, the first ban card is the Crimson Warrior Leader. Not even in the slightest bit surprised. Their hope the errata was going to bring it down a bit. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said that in the video when we covered it for the errata anyway. That it's like, it's not going to do anything. The deck is still going to be oppressive. And oh, would you look at that? It is still oppressive. It's still overplayed. Yes, it wasn't any of the top 2 decks. Yes, we know that. It was Yellow Trunks and Gamma that were in the finals. But you got to look at the majority, and the majority was this.
Yeah. And their plan to errata it and slow it down was like, yes, it did. But they didn't stop it from being played.
Yeah, it was just... The errata wasn't enough to try and push people away from it, but still play it, if that makes sense. Because like, they just wanted it to drop a bit, from my understanding anyway. The next ban card is Champa. And of course, Champa being banned, he's Kai's banned, because they're pretty much exactly the same card, except one of them, double strike, straight up happens, the other one is choice. But either way, they're pretty much exactly the same card.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't get it for this, because it's like, yes, there's a lot of cards now that have double strike themselves, a lot of cards that have triple strike, there's a lot of the dual attacking, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But why? Because I get the fear. It was like, oh, I'm on 2 damage, my opponent's going to swing. Oh, do I negate or do I let them champ at me? Cool, but that's just a thing. That was just a way of closing out games, so the games don't go to time, things don't get dragged out, you don't have it, so you've only played 1 game that's gone to time and gone into overtime. Things like this help that kind of thing. Why get rid of it?
I get the thing, the 2 reasons it's like, it's a good ZNG throw, because you just gain 10k double strike and then you ZNG it. Also, because they're introducing so many things that come out early, it's like, oh, even though I'm a 4 cost, as long as you're on 2 energy and discard this card, you can play me. It's like,
early game double strike pressure.
Yeah,
I suppose if you look at the cheap cost early game, that's what they're focusing on, aren't they? That's why they banned. Yeah, when you said that's why they've probably banned it.
They could have errated both, so that they're either bound to red, or you have to have set conditions to activate them.
I'd take it too far.
Yeah. I mean, Androids still have Android 20 that gives them.
Yeah, a lot of decks now have their own built-in double strikers.
Well,
like their own these type of combo ones. That's happening a lot more now. So I'm presuming eventually that's gonna be the new way of getting double strikes. It's just like the decks are gonna have their own built-in way of comboing double striking
for specific decks.
Yeah, which is fine, because those ones are all 5Ks, aren't they? They're not 10k double strikers. They're 5k double strikers. Oh no, the Android one gains 5k, doesn't it?
Most of them are 5k, or it's like you gain double strike but no power.
Yeah, which is a better approach than these. Yeah, okay, that's another reason why they probably banned them, is because like we're introducing these other ways of doing it that aren't as overpowered in a sense.
Just kind of surprised it's taken so long for Champa to get hit.
Oh yeah, it's been around since set 1.
Yep.
So they've put a limit card, and that is the AOD Margin Boo.
The Boonison.
The Boo Unison. So, honestly, saw it coming. They could have flat out banned it. They, like, having it as a one-off, yeah, okay. It means that people that are still going to use it as a one-off, if they pay the full, bring it out, you only then have to try and get rid of it once.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to get rid of this thing 4 times, or 2 times, or 3 times, however you want to work it.
Yeah.
It is literally just a turn 4, turn 3, if depending if they've been ramping. Drop it, you kill it, that's it, it's gone. But with it being that one-off still, if your opponent sees it at the right time, it can still be the problem that it always was.
Yeah.
Giant pain. With the fact that it's auto, it's just like, no. And then, of course, yeah, it doesn't have a plus effect, which is fine. But it's to drawing a card, getting you back. It gives you a double striker, and then gives you a blocker on your turn. Being able to get rid of battle cards. Yeah, you do that 3-4 times, because the 4th time could be the... Well, it will be the kill of it now, because there is only 4.
Yeah.
There is only the 4 markers it can have. So... Either way, yeah, limit ban. It's fine. If people are still going to use it, you know, tell us in the comments below. I've personally just put it in my folder. I'm not going to run it as a one-off. I don't really want to do that.
Having one-off unisons is just, it's not worth it unless the deck works with, like, Barlock having S4 Barlock having the Vegito secret rare one works because it's very playable. You get a huge amount out of it, and it can be like an instant win. But then when they did the red Gohanks one, no one really played it because it's like, well, I have this one-off unison that costs me like 5 energy, and I'm playing red, so I need all the energy that matters, and it's a one-off.
Yeah. As good as it is.
Yeah. As good as Boo is, it's like, as a one-off, you're either reliant on seeing it at the right time, or the moment you see it, your opponent's going to target it down. It's like, well, is it worth it if the deck does need a unison, or do you need a specific unison to be in play, and is this worth having as a backup? So it's very much dependent on the player and the deck, I feel. And I expected something to happen. I just thought it would get straight banned, because every blue deck runs it, but they've limited it, so it's basically a secret rare for blue decks.
Yeah, another one. I noticed something. They haven't done their usual thing. We banned this because of future game design. We banned this because of future game design. We banned this because of future game design.
They're like, no excuses, it gets shot.
And then the thing that's come off the ban list is the Secret Identity Saiyan. Which was the Overrealm. Boom. So, which is interesting. I'm not sure why they've decided to take this off the ban list, because people were using other Overrealms anyway. They realised that boards are getting a bit crazy and they need to be controlled again, and
I think it is to balance out the fact that they've been hitting cap plays, and it's like boards are getting out of control, and this card, like, it is powerful but it's not overpowered, and there are some like overrun cards of equal ground to it now.
Yeah.
And in black decks you just run the SS4 Broly, because it's like, oh, I bounce it and then I pay 2, bring it back, do the same again. So
yeah, but it gives you another just gives you another board wipe, board wipe. Can I take out so many things, but it just means every deck has access to it again. Which is cool. Right, onto the errata section of this new ban list. Now, these are cards that haven't actually released yet, sort of. I mean, they've been released at the pre-releases, but, you know. So they're technically already out in circulation, but they're only doing the erratas now. Ideally, they should have had these erratas in place before the pre-releases.
Yeah.
Because it can affect a lot. But anyway, so the first errata, they've decided to hit the new 21 leader on this one. So the reason is the current text of this card prevents it from being properly played. Okay, so the errata portion of the card is the pre-errata of it. This is on the front side. Permanent, you can't activate extra cards, and during your turn, you can't use skills to play battle cards. Okay. The front side after the errata is you can't activate extras. Okay.
It says extras on the front before as well.
Oh yeah, that's just me. Okay, yeah. And then during your turn, you can't play battle cards by skills. Okay. Isn't that exactly the same thing? You can't activate extras, comma, and during your turn, comma, you can't play battle cards by skills. Before.
Yeah,
you can't activate extras.
Yeah, I think it's trying to stop other things from playing cards out for you.
I still don't see it. I honestly, literally, I'm looking at it now, and it literally is word for word exactly the same.
I can't think how it affects it, because it basically works the same principle. Like, you can't play battle cards through skills. So, why they changed the wording, I'm not entirely sure.
But the wording's exactly the same.
It's shortened, but...
It's shortened.
But, like, there might be a reason to it. It's just that, on the offhand, it's... Like,
I literally can't see the difference. Yeah. I don't know why.
I can't think either. It's like, without having, like, judges around to talk about this with, it's like, yeah, what the is actually happening here?
And if anybody in the comment section can try to explain it, but I honestly, personally can't see any difference between it. It literally is saying the same thing.
Yeah, and it basically means the same thing. Is that you can't just play, oh look, I use this skill to play battle card. It's like, nope. So.
Yeah, I can't see it. But the backside is
it's the same thing, just that you can use extra cards.
Well, it's during your turn you can't use skills to play battle cards, and then it's during your turn you can't play. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Right, you can't use skills to play battle cards, but during you can't play battle cards by skills. So all they've done is they swapped the way those two are. Like, they literally say the same thing, it's just they put them in a different order. I don't know why or what difference that makes, because it's still saying the same thing.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Although it's at the same time, it's not actually saying that, right? Because you can't use skills to play battle cards. So any skill that would play a battle card can't play them. But then you can't play battle cards by skills. So it is saying something. It's just me being stupid about it. Again, what? My brain.
Yeah, it's odd.
I don't get it.
No.
So next errata.
The last one is Hercule. So again, they've done it to make sure it's played properly. So before the errata, it was if your leader is yellow and has Son Goku and Vegeta, and you have a yellow Dende in play, reduce the energy cost of the card by 1 yellow. Post errata is if your leader is yellow Son Goku Vegeta, and you have a yellow Dende in play, reduce the energy. Oh, okay, so the main, so it's limited to that deck, so that you have to be Son Goku Vegeta leader to reduce the cost instead of having Goku and Vegeta. So I think they've just tidied up the wording.
Oh, it's because the leader just says, the leader basically says this bit without that in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's just making it clear that it is meaning this leader, because that's how they differentiate the characters, isn't it? It's like that, and that they put "and" there just for English sake. Whereas the actual card itself doesn't have "and" in it.
Yeah.
I think. So that's just a to be like, in case there was any like going, oh, but it doesn't say this, kind of one of those weird things, even though people know exactly what it means.
I think it's to be more in line with everything else they made, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, that one I understand. The 21 one still makes no sense.
No idea.
Like, do I need to get like an English professor to come and have a look at this? Be like, explain. Why did what?
I'll just get a judge and be like, go on, tell me. Tell me.
Alright guys, so thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments below how you feel about this new ban list. Anything you feel like they've missed off, actually. I personally could say no, I don't think.
I mean, they could have still hit Frieza, charismatic villain.
You're not gonna let that go, are you? This is a personal vendetta at this point.
I play green. It's not personal, but like, it would make no sense for me to complain about it. I'd be there like, oh, don't hit Frieza. I like my feet when I can walk on them. I'm willingly shooting myself in the foot because I'm like, yeah, why haven't they hit this one? The most useful one.
Alright guys, so hit that sub button, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.